All right, so this is already some pre-done D-loop material, so it's already got a nice knot on the end, melted knot on the end. Obviously, we're not going to use this whole thing, so we're just going to use the one end of the knot, and then we will go ahead and cut it. So we got our loop, and if you haven't already, my brother Tyler, he's got a video on this as well already out, a really good video of how to tie a D-loop. So we're going to go through basically the same steps that he does. I do things just slightly different, but essentially it's the same thing. So I got my loop. Since I'm a right-handed shooter, I'm going to go, well, and actually Arik's bow, but he's a right-handed shooter. So I'm going to go under first with my loop. And then we're going to pull through. Lots of extra here. Okay, because what we want is our loop facing us here. Okay, so and I'm going to make sure to line up with his peep. That's important as well. Okay, so that side looks pretty good. Snug it down. So his D-loop was pretty short, so we're going to have to be careful here not to get this thing too long to mess with his draw length. Okay, but without cutting it, because I try to do this with as long a piece as possible, especially when it comes in just a, what is this, 3-foot strand maybe? So we're going to go through, around, make our loop, and back up through. Hey, I'm actually going to back that up and slow that down for you guys because I know that went kind of quick. So I'm going to take that back off. Once you have your loop, because this is always the hard part. Usually the first loop's not the hard part. Okay, so I was in the front. I'm going to go to the back of the string. I'm going to go under, back through the middle, over, and then I'm going to grab here and I'm going to bring this part around. I have now made a loop here, and I'm going to come all the way under and then back through my loop. Okay, and like I said, your D-loop length is really preference, and it depends a lot on your, like Tyler just extended his D-loop length so he could get more draw length out of it. So it really is personal preference and comfort and just making sure everything's fitting right. But Arik's was pretty short, so I want to make sure to try to get this thing as short as I can so it still feels the same for him. So that looks really short, but here in a second we'll snug it up. Those D-loop pliers at. We snug that up. It's not as short as it looked. So before we get too tight, I want to make sure everything's lined up here with this peep. Cinch it up. No need to pull too hard because you'll continue to tighten it with your draw. That looks about the right length, doesn't it?
Yep. It's probably actually about the same.
If it's not, it's dang close. Okay, so then what we're gonna do is take our flat blade, cut. This is where I do it a little bit different than Tyler. He would already have this bead cut and melted. And then I'm just gonna hold this out of the way, fray this up a little bit. Again, always burning with the flame up. Go ahead and melt that puppy down. And we're good to go. D-loop. Thanks for watching, everybody. That's all we got for you tonight. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We'll have more tips and stuff coming up. We got some arrow builds, things like that. Some more bow work. I got new strings and cables coming that we'll put on. But make sure you're subscribed so you can catch those videos. Hit the like, leave us comments. We appreciate it. Check us out on Instagram at The Seasons Media. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one.